Yo, JD here, Tyrolimus, and as you can see by today's video title, we are going to be talking about F1 2018 here today, and this is going to be another one of those kind of debate type of videos which I really do enjoy making. So if you did enjoy this video and you like the ideas in this video, then normally I don't ask this, but if you could leave a like, because it would definitely encourage me to make more of these kind of debate kind of type videos. But today, this is just going to discuss what direction I feel the F1 games should be going in. The things, if I was actually making the game myself, I feel would really create so much more immersion and really much more, I'm trying to know what the word is, but actually sticking out the longevity of the game, the experience of not just buying it and then playing it for a couple of weeks and then just not playing it again. Really, for someone, a customer pretty much, to actually buy it and then tell all their friends that they want to buy it as well, and they continue to buy it, because with the rise of esports, the potential is absolutely huge right now, and I feel having these factors in, I feel would just completely just blow up the game even more, which I feel in the past they've definitely gone in the right direction in some areas, but I feel, and I'm sure many others would agree, or I'm really looking forward to what you guys have to say in the comments down below as well, of some things that should be put in from previous titles and other games that I feel would just really just bring a new era into this game. So the first thing for me, and how I really feel about this, is enhancing the online experience due to the rise in esports, and really just giving the players the incentive, which is the word I was looking for before, to play the game. So giving the people an incentive to just play the game for more than a couple of weeks, to play it for the full season, for the full lifetime of the game itself. And I feel they can do that is to really focus on the multiplayer more, as I said, because of just the rise of the esports and just how successful that has been, not only for F1 on its first launch, but as you can see for other games. You can see in other games, the most successful games at the moment, the common trend is that it is focused on the multiplayer, on the online. And the career mode, don't get me wrong, that can definitely be improved, and that is a huge part of the game. Definitely from a viewing standpoint, I believe that's the biggest thing that people have watched in this game. But I do feel in future times will change, and I think that will always be big, that will always be a huge part of it. But with the rise of online, the online awareness of people, people are just having a lot more social media accounts, and as I said, just the esports in general for every single game. You've got to go with the trend. You've got to go with the tide. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. So, enhancing the online experience for this game, 2017. The only thing you have really on this is that you have the event mode, which I thought was a really good idea, for sure. And that was definitely really popular for the esports qualifying. Obviously, a lot of people entered that, even myself. It was very popular, and they got rewarded for going in esports for that, which I think is very good. You also have the public lobbies, which, to my knowledge, I feel no one really does use that, to be honest, because as you can see, I might even put up a little clip here. You just have a long scroll bar where you can just choose. And for this, it doesn't even, the menu doesn't even change, so you don't know exactly what you're choosing. And I think you have literally about 10 options you can choose here, and it's a host of a lobby as well. So I felt that was pretty pointless, but the idea was great, having a more of a rank system, but it just didn't happen at all. And having a rank system on 2017, when you went into a custom lobby, that didn't really, I think or maybe if you went on their name, I believe, it did show a number. Might be completely wrong in that, but if it did, I don't really notice it at all. It's definitely not visually noticeable, which I feel it should really do. And I really feel they should take inspiration from games like Call of Duty, where you have a prestige, you have an emblem badge next to it, or going back to their previous titles like Race Driver Grid, we had the legendary status, and the very top rank was the race driver rank, and it took you a hell of a long time. It took you hundreds of hours to get there, and you knew when someone had that rank, you knew how good they were at the game, the true skill rank, and just the experience. So I feel personally, if I was making the game, I would keep custom lobbies. I would make a sprint mode as well, where people can have fun. Just click into a game, so come home from school, come home from work, press A on sprint mode, you just jump straight in. You don't have to set anything up. No one's a host or anything. You've got a free lap, any car, random conditions. That's it. I feel the same could be applied for a rank mode lobby system as well. So the games such as PGR4, I've said it so many times. On that game, there was a ranked game mode where you just went into it. There was no host. You were hooked up with another 20 or so people. Free to fire lap race around any track, any weather, any car. You had no idea what it was going to be, and it was ranked. And from there, that was the only way you could prestige, go up in the ranking leaderboards. And for that game, they had a separate leaderboard where basically it was a ranked leaderboard, the true skill leaderboard that people could see, log into from a website externally and in the game itself. And you can see how many races the top person has won in how many different cars. It was just absolutely insane. And I really feel if you had something like that, that would really encourage people to play the game so much more than what it did, because I feel for the public lobbies in this, in my opinion, it was pretty pointless and no one ever used it at all. And it transferred over when you went into a custom race, and then you could see that person's rank, you could click on their profile, you could see every single stat, which is kind of what we had with F1 2012. We had the F1 stats. You could go on someone's profile, you could compare it, you can see how many races they've done, how many punches they've done, how many DNFs, how many their win ratio, everything. I feel that really does need to happen, and this definitely this kind of game and what we're going into in the future. And you'll probably be able to see here now from Call of Duty, the little screenshot or the little video I've got here. I just feel you could go into a lobby and you could just have, each player could have their own customization in their profile. I know the cars can't be customized or anything at all, but for me, I feel you should be able to click on someone's name, someone's gamer tag in the lobby that you're in, see every stat that they've had, like you did with the F1 2012 stats. You can see their rank, what prestige, or it doesn't have to be a prestige, but a rank, preferably more than 50, and probably not even a number. I would probably swing back to the way that Race Driver Grid did it, because I think that was really good and it looked really impressive when you're in a lobby as well. Having that, and I also think a ranking system, they should have F1 points attached to that as well. On PGR4, they had a Kudos points. On Call of Duty, they have COD points. And I think in rank lobbies, if you get wins, if you reach a certain level, you get enough points where you can unlock a new profile picture, which is only unlockable with that amount of points. You can unlock skins for your background on your profile, like we can see in Call of Duty here, where you can customize your own picture that people can see, your own emblem picture, or just your own banner. Unlock certain banners that you can in F1, which obviously don't go against the licensing rules. And with the helmets as well, I think we've had the same helmets for quite a while now. On 2016 and 2017, we've pretty much had the same helmets, only with additions of maybe like 10 or so helmets. It's great that we were able to change some colours, but I feel, in my opinion, there should be a lot more customization in changing more and different layers, because as you can see here, there's only 2 or 3 different layer options you can really change. You can really just change the brightness or the shadow effect, and that's really it, to be honest. I think there should be a lot more, but obviously I know the reason why, because I don't want people creating silly pictures or anything like that. But if they can get around that, then I really feel that needs to happen, or just a much wider range of helmets. I think 40 I don't think is really enough when you've got a lobby for 20 people and they all got, all different helmets. I think there should be a lot more than that as well, just through the more layers and stuff. But having an F1 profile, as I said in the Call of Duty, where you just click on the lobby's name or person's name in the lobby, seeing all their stats, and seeing their stats from the previous games as well, I feel should be transferable over, like they do in FIFA as well, and they do in Call of Duty. I think we're in that age now where that kind of really needs to happen, just to promote people to actually play online. And I feel having these kind of ideas would just really give much more incentive to people to actually play, because right now, people just playing custom lobbies just for pride, really. There's nothing to play for. There's no trophies you can win. As I said, in custom lobbies or in ranked lobbies, I feel you should get a trophy collection. There should be a trophy room, which I think there even was in 2012 as well. I think that was for career, but why can't that be for online as well? If you hit a certain number of race wins, 50 race wins, or a certain number of race wins in a day or in a month, or just a milestone of how many laps you've done, how many clean races you had. There should be an online trophy mode where you click on that person's profile, you can see all the trophies they accumulated, and I think that's very, very important as well. But for me, having a true skill rank leaderboard for online, for ranked lobbies and just online, and that's what we had in 2013 as well. And I think Race Driver Grid, the first game, did that absolutely perfectly. But these are really just brief ideas, or I really feel the game should be going in, and just really a much more incentive to be putting into online. We can talk about the issues with the lag, the frames per second, desyncing and everything like that, and even the handling. That's probably something separate for a completely different video. But for me, online, the career mode is definitely something that needs to be improved as well. Even though I feel it was great this year, definitely. I do feel there should be a more immersion, maybe like they did with 2011, 2010, or like the TOCA Race Driver series. That kind of immersion I'd really like to see, because it kind of feels with the R&D tree, that's really good, really great, but you're just going between the laptop and your car the whole time. And I feel there's more immersion, more options for interviews, connecting with different people, like even being able to walk around the paddock in some scenarios. I know that'd be a huge thing, but I feel that would be pretty cool. But for me, these are just really my main online ideas. I feel having people to just really focus online and really want to play online and improve themselves as players, linking in with the esports idea, I feel that would just not get people to just buy the game and that's it. I think that will get people to buy the game and stay on the game, which I think will be, in long term, will create more success for more sales and more people actually enjoying the game. So that's just my brief little rundown. Maybe a little bit of a random kind of video, but I just really want to share that with you. I really want to hear what you guys actually think as well. So let me know in the comment sections down below, because I'm actually going to share this on the Codemasters forum, in the private forum. I think I'm going to forward this on to them and just see what they think as well. These changes, they may have already happened, we don't know. They probably won't happen if they haven't happened for this game, because I know how long it takes. I've seen them from behind the scenes, how long it takes to develop a game. But for the future, I think videos like this are, there's no harm in it at all. And it will just show the guys what the community actually wants as well. So hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and see you later.